Hello, my dear students. You may pause the video now, take your time to read and understand the key inputs that are presented here. Okay? And then, based on these inputs, you try to arrange these 6 people on these 6 floors based on the constraints that are presented here. You arrange them. Okay. So, students, as you can see, we are dealing with altogether 6 people in this question. PQR, STV. All right. Now, these 6 people, they live on different floors in the same building. This building has got 6 floors. The floors are numbered 1 to 6. Ground floor is numbered 1. The floor above it, it is numbered 2. And like that, the topmost floor, it is numbered as 6. Now conditions are given based on these 6 conditions that are presented here. These are the conditions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You try to arrange these people on these different floors satisfying these conditions. All right. So please do that. Now I shall help you to crack this puzzle. So we can see that altogether there are 6 floors, right? Floor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 being the ground floor and 6 being the topmost floor. Okay. First condition, Q lives on an even numbered floor. What are even numbers? 2, 4, 6, right? So we can see Q could be in the 6th floor or in the 4th floor or in the 2nd floor. We can consider 3 possibilities. Possibility 1, possibility 2, possibility 3. Okay. So I'm dealing with these 3 possibilities simultaneously. And then let me see whether this question can be answered just in one way or more than one possible way. Okay. Let us consider the second condition. The second condition, it says only 2 people live between the floors on which Q and V live, which means between Q and V, 2 people. So considering the first possibility, we can see that leaving 2 space here, V will be in the 3rd floor. This is based on the condition 1, the possibility 1. Okay, let's consider possibility 2. We can conclude that V can never be above Q. We can see that if Q is in 4, leaving 2 space, V should be in the 1st floor. Considering the 3rd possibility wherein Q is in the 2nd floor, we can see that leaving 2, V should be located in the 5th floor. Okay. So we have thus considered the second condition. It's given in the 3rd condition that S lives on a floor immediately above the floor on which R lives, which means if R is considered immediately above R, S will be there. So S and R, they will be spotted here like this. Okay, let us consider the second possibility, wherein if S is located here, then we can see R will be located here. Then there comes a problem. What is that? Then 2 people are left out. Who are they? P and T. P and T, they will be adjacent to each other. In the adjacent floors, they will be located. But in the question, it is given that P does not live on a floor which is immediately above or immediately below the floor on which T lives, which means P and T, they cannot be adjacent to each other. So we can see that when S and R, they are in 6, 5 respectively, then we can see that P and T, they will become adjacent to each other. That is not possible. Same way, if we are considering S and R, they are located in the 3rd floor and the 2nd floor respectively, the same problem happens then, because then P and T, they will be adjacent to each other. So we can see that possibility 2, it is thus ruled out, which means Q cannot be in the 4th floor. Now, when we are considering the next possibility, the 3rd possibility here, we can see that S and R, they will be like this, SR like this, they will be adjacent to each other. Okay, so we can see that SR, they are adjacent to each other. There is only one possibility that comes here, S here, R here. Okay, now P does not live on the lowermost floor, that is floor number 1. So P cannot be here, which means P is located here. Thus, T is located here. We can see that all the conditions are seen satisfied here. Okay, we can see that S does not live on an odd numbered floor. That condition is given. The fourth condition, that is also seen satisfied. P and T, they are not adjacent to each other. So we can conclude that this third possibility I have listed here, wherein this order is maintained, P, V, S, R, Q, T, all the 6 conditions are seen satisfied. Let us consider the first condition now. S does not live on an odd numbered floor. So we cannot consider SR in this possible way, where S is in the fifth floor and R in the 4th floor. That cannot be considered because S cannot be living in an odd numbered floor. But if we are considering SR, they should be adjacent to each other like this, S and R. We can see that then P and T, they will become adjacent to each other. It is either PT or TP, like that this will come. They will become adjacent to each other. That is not possible. So we can thus eliminate the first possibility that we have considered. So first is eliminated, second is eliminated, only the third possibility wherein Q is living in the 2nd floor, that is what it is valid. So based on that, we can see V is in the 5th floor, then S and R, they are occupied, then P and T, they are also considered. And this will be the final arrangement that we need to consider for answering the questions. So what you need to do now is copy this particular arrangement into your worksheet. All right. And then you please attempt these questions. All right. Now, I shall give you the correct answers for these questions. So this is the arrangement. Okay. PVSRQT. That's what we have considered. PVSRQT. So that is what I have presented here. And then let us now answer the question. Who amongst the following live on the floors exactly between the floors on which Q and V they live? We can see that between Q and V, 2 people, S and R, they are occupied. Option 1, it reads, that is option A, it reads RS. That will be the answer for our question here. Who amongst the following lives on floor number 5? Floor number 5, we can see that V lives. So option D, V, that will be the answer for this question. On which of the following floors does T live? We can see that T lives on the ground floor, and that number, when we are considering, it is floor number 1. So we can see option C, it reads first, and that is the answer for our question. The next question, how many people live on the floors above the floor on which P live? We can see that P lives on the topmost floor. So nobody lives above the floor on which P live. Option A, none. That will be the answer for this question.